Alright folks, so another night, another wig. I'm going to be working on Saeko from City Hunter's wig. Her costume's going to be pretty easy. I'm hoping for it to be mostly thrift store. I have a shirt and I have like her garters and like thigh highs, and I just need to make a little skimpy skirt for her and she'll be pretty much good to go. I want to get a blazer for her too, but that'll be something I thrift. I don't really want to make one. So I have her wig here. She has short hair and this wig is like super long. I'll also insert a picture of me like wearing the wig because I always forget to take before shots of wigs before I cut them and style them, but I'm trying to do that now. But anyways, here's her hair. She has like a short little businesswoman bob thing going on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that out and try and style the bangs. Maybe I'll get out the blow dryer and actually like finish the styling and also finish Mai's wig. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get the preliminary cut out of the way. It's the same thing that I showed you guys with Mai, so I'm not gonna take too much footage, but I'll show you when it's done, me trying it on and so forth. I kind of like this color a lot though. This was also an eBay wig, just a couple bucks. Okay, so here it is after just a preliminary cut. Just a ton shorter. It was like to here. Now it's like to here. And I'm debating on if I want to try straightening the whole wig with a flat iron or if I want to just pour hot water over it. Hot water would be easy, but it would take so long to dry, and I kind of just want to get this straight enough to where I can start cutting the final cuts. So I think I'm gonna do a flat iron. There's honestly not that many wefts in this wig, so let's see if that works, and if it doesn't, then I'll just pour water over it. Nothing to lose. Okay, so I straightened all her hair. It probably took about an hour, probably less than that. I went weft by weft. Sometimes I went 2 wefts at a time because I'm lazy. And I kind of tried something to give her part a little bit more coverage. So now all I've got to do is actually cut. And it's probably going to be, her hair's about this long. It's about shoulder length, kind of this bob situation. So I'm gonna make a couple cuts while it's still on me, and then I'm going to transfer to the wig head, so I know where to actually cut. But it's kind of cute, right? Like, it's kind of a good length on me, kind of a nice color. It's actually blue. It looks like so black, but it's a blue. Alright, gonna get that together. Alright, so I have her pretty much done. I went ahead and just teased up her bangs and cut them and kind of swooped them over. Of course, that's gonna have to take lots of alterations throughout the whole time I'm wearing it. Probably like at the convention I'll have to re-tease a little bit and also cut this thing a little more and, you know, just little things, but for all intentions and purposes at the moment, Saeko is pretty much good to go. This is her look. As you can see, Saeko. The City Hunter. Probably just for a night group. We'll probably just be having a lot of fun. But I got all of this volume. Hello. But yeah, I got all of this volume in the bangs just by teasing the layers underneath the first like 2 or 3. So all of the wefts and the bangs have been teased, and then I've also flat ironed them and held them to the side that I want them to stay on so that they've been kind of set. And I was a little worried about like the weft showing through, but it should be fine. It's a dark colored wig and my wig cap is dark, and also the part I kind of like crisscrossed wefts back and forth so that you wouldn't be able to see it very well. So this is her look. I'm gonna go ahead and try on what else I have for her costume, which is just a shirt, and I'll probably take some pictures since I don't have like pants for it. But yeah, Saeko wig for Katsucon is basically done, so that feels good. Alright, so I'm out here naked, but I did want to try everything that I have so far on. I'm probably going to switch the garter belt to a different one because I have plenty, but they're don't want to dig through all my stuff and find them at the moment. But yeah, so this is her look. I also have to get her like a black bra because I don't wear bras in daily life, so I don't like have one, and I need like a lot of like push-up bra situation to like give her any cleavage, but whatever. The shirt is good. I thrifted this. She'll have a little skirt on, and the skirt will have a slit that pretty much goes all the way up because she's wild like that, wild and tough. And yeah, but I'm really happy with the wig. It feels really good just to have one thing completely 100% done, even though it's just my party costume, my party cosplay as Saeko from City Hunter. So yeah, she probably needs new heels too because these ones just aren't high enough for her. She needs to be elongated. She needs to be a little mokkori. But anyways, yeah, so I have a wig commission to do, and I have, if she comes, I'm thinking this costume might not make it, which is so sad, but I want to do Princess Knight, hopefully, so I have wigs for that. I need to put them together, and so I have a couple more wigs to do, and then just a lot of costumes. Luckily Minmay's wig is already done, so that I just have to worry about actually getting the costume together. And that's my Katsucrunch. I have less than a month, so wish me luck, wish me luck. Hey guys, so it's actually snowing today, or it snowed. It's like a whole snow day. So I'm not at school right now, and instead I am sewing, or at least trying to get some things done. I'm gonna go ahead and make my skirt for Saeko. It should be really easy. I pretty much just cut out a rectangle and then a waistband, and since it's like a wrap skirt, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish all the edges really quick, then I'm going to pleat it to the waistband in the back so that it like forms over my hips or whatever to my waist, and yeah, put a button on. Like it's gonna be super easy. So I'm gonna try and knock that out really quick today. After that, I'm gonna fix my sleeves, and then I'm gonna do some more wigs, I think, is my plan. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. See you guys when I have something worth showing to you. So while I was trying out different ways to like pleat the back so that it looked decent, you know, I was doing some stitches and then undoing some stitches, and I ended up seam ripping a huge freaking hole in my fabric, and I'm so mad. This was right on like the ass of the skirt, so now I have to like recut and rehem that whole thing. I mean, it's just a rectangle, but how cursed, like absolutely cursed. I'm so upset. I'm so upset that I did that, because I thought like about 20 seconds before, be careful when you're seam ripping because this fabric will rip really easily, and then I did it, so alright, so just threw her skirt together. I know y'all are thinking, wow, she's exposed, and she definitely is, and she will be. That's her look. That's her style. That's how she is. So her skirt is pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and cover some buttons. I don't have like traditional button covering operations in place, so I'm just gonna take these extra buttons that I have and see if I can go ahead and just cover them in this fabric. They're about the right size, and then stick them on. So let's get all of that together. Alright, so her ugly little buttons are covered and on. Not the most beautiful button cover in the world. It's actually quite disgusting. but you know, who cares? They're just tiny, tiny little buttons on this skirt, and I'm going to keep it on. And now I'm going to go ahead and put in the buttonholes on the other side. So I have my little buttonhole thing on, and I probably won't show doing the whole process because it's frustrating, but soon she'll be done. And then all I have to do is worry about like little things for her, and her outfit and wig will pretty much be like together, so that's really exciting. Alright, so there's her skirt, if you could even call it that. It exposes everything, but you know, that's fun. That's her look. That's what she's about. So, super simple. The buttons are on. It's so hard to see details on things that are black, but her little buttons are there, and yeah, she's pretty much good to go. Put her on with the shirt real quick. So, she's certainly exposed, but this is really her look, and I'm really excited to wear this as my Katsucon party outfit. With, of course, with Ryo Saeba and Kaori, so we'll have the whole City Hunter crew. It'll be a lot of fun. So, okay, that's one thing pretty much done. I still have to fix the sleeves on mine, and maybe the neckline, and yeah. Other stuff too. Lots of things to do. Hey guys, so it's the weekend before Katsucon, and I still have a whole costume to do, a wig commission to do, and a lot of little things and accessories, and I've been so busy with school, and I've been so busy with lots of things, so I haven't been able to get started yet, and today I'm going to get started, and hopefully you guys will get some good content. I feel like I'm running out of space on my phone, so I don't know how much video recording I'll get done today, but I'll try and get a little bit. For now, here are the materials I'm going to be using for her. This is, of course, for her Do You Remember Love look, and I have like a stretch polyester crepe in pink and white. I kind of thought the texture would be fun because it makes it look more like an 80s idol look, you know, like, I don't know. And then I also have these crystals, Swarovski crystals, that I'm going to be using, you know, for some fun. So her look is pretty simple. I can actually show you in a second. Yeah, here we go. Let's see, we're going to get to her soon. Here she is. Her look is pretty simple. I have some black bias tape and I have some silk organza. So, and I also have shoes that I can cover, and her wig is pretty much done. I just need to style it into her half ponytail. So, you know, I've got a lot to do. I have pretty much a skirt and overdress, a bow, gloves, boot covers, little scarf thing, brooches, earring. I have so much to do. Okay, let me get started. Okay, so these are like my notes. I usually do a lot better sketches than this, but basically I draw out like components of the costume first, and I start planning. So I figured out how long of a rectangle I need to cut to get the skirt to pleat the way that I want it to, how I'm gonna do all of this. I have like just notes about what's going on, and it all looks so like childlike and ridiculous. It doesn't really look like it means anything, but I feel a lot clearer on where I'm gonna get started. I have some fabric kind of pulled out, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my rectangles for her skirt, which is going to be box pleated, and I figured out I wanted 4-inch pleats, so we're going to do twice my waist measurement to get them all in there. I'm thinking that's correct. I'm doing this also frantically, so we'll like do a test, I guess, and see if it pleats correctly or if I need to cut more. I don't know. We're just going to keep going because this needs to get done like yesterday. So, okay. So I totally made this dumb but kind of really funny mistake because I was rushing so much prepping. I definitely needed, and it totally makes sense mathematically, but I definitely needed to cut out twice the amount for the skirt that I did. So there's really no harm done though, because this can just be the front panel. I can cut another one and put all of that together, and that can be the back panel. I'm going to go ahead and probably stitch this along the top to secure this in place. And then I'm going to do like a top stitch here. I wanted to understitch things, but I don't really have the time or energy or drive to do small details like that in this costume just because I started on it so much later than I was planning, so it's just going to be kind of like a quickly done one. Hopefully it'll still work out. I'm sure it will. I'm sure I'll still be happy with everything. But yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and stitch this part and then recut the panels, put the lining and the fashion fabric together, and then pleat them again. And then I can put this together, put a zipper in, put a waistband on, and the skirt that goes underneath her little dress will be ready. Mr. Minmay is awake. Mr. Misty Minmay. Yes, that's you. Are you gonna sing for us? Where are you going? I love you so. So I totally forgot that I was filming, but I pretty much got the skirt together. I'm putting in the waistband right now, so I'm putting it in backwards and I'm going to flip it over. And the waistband's just white, it's not going to be lined because it's going to be covered. I'm a little upset with myself because the skirt is probably around 2 inches too short, but you know what? We're just going to do what we can. We're just going to let it be what it is. This is as much energy as I can muster towards Katsucon, honestly, right now with everything that I have going on with school. So if anything, if this gets done at all, I'll be really, really happy. And so far, I mean, pretty smooth sailing. I do have to go and steam this so that it lies a little bit flatter, but that'll happen after I get the waistband in, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on then too. So hanging in there, just hanging in there. Alright, so I obviously still have to press it, and the hem looks a little uneven in places, but that's because I have to take out the stitching that I originally did, because it like bunched everything up, and then, you know, fix that. But overall, I still have to put in like a closure in the very back. But here's the skirt. So it's looking fine. It's will probably look a lot better once it's pressed, but I don't think I'm doing all of that tonight. It's a little bit short, so I made it actually like big so that I can pull it down, because I want it to be proportionally like more correct. But you know what? We're just doing whatever we can do right now for this cursed convention. This is definitely not the best skirt I've ever made, and I feel really bad because Minmay deserves the best skirt I've ever made, but you know, what happens happens. So now the white dress that's going to go on top is going to be lined in white. I lined this one in pink so that it would be a little more pinkish, because that's kind of what it looks like. And then I have, you know, the pink fabric for her boots and her gloves and that sort of thing. So I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to start on the dress. Alright, so I just used some of the extra lining I had to really quickly drape a pattern for her little overdress. It's like literally so simple. The white fabric has a little bit of stretch to it, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it all as one piece. Plus, she like has a waistband and a big bow, and it's supposed to be a little bit drapey, so I think that this will work out perfectly. I tried the little mock-up thing on over the skirt and petticoat that I'm planning on wearing for her, and it looks great. So I'm super excited to see how it's all going to come together. Okay, so this is literally what the dress looks like when it's like cut out and lined, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting on this like bias tape treatment to get her, you know, effect going. And it just looks so funny like this, I find. But I do realize that these aren't all exactly even. Kind of a bummer. I like measured it carefully, and in my mock-up thing over there it was even, so not really sure what happened, but we're gonna roll with it because it's not that deep and she's gonna look good regardless. I'm really excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the things on, and then I'm gonna zoop up the side seam or the back seam with the zipper, and her dress should be able to go on easily over the skirt, and then it's just the waistband, ribbon, scarf, gloves, boot covers, wig styling, accessories, you know, lots. But we're getting there. We're making some progress today, which is great. Really great. Alright, so I'm putting the trim on. It looks pretty good so far. I'm just using an invisible zipper foot so I can get really close to the edge here. And I'm trying to go pretty carefully, but I tend to be the type of person to arrow ahead. So, just trying to go a little at a time. And these dots are just, I tried it on really quick and marked where my waist was so that I knew where to put the points. And now I'm stitching it on, and then when that's done I will stitch up the back with the zipper, of course, so I can get it on and off. And that'll pretty much be this dress, and then it's just time to move on to all of the pink, which is actually, not here. All of the pink, and I can make the waistband and ribbon that'll give the whole ensemble some shape. So yeah, very exciting stuff. And then it's just, you know, the little things that I can do later on, the gloves, boot covers, and like scarf, and so on and so forth. So we're making a lot of progress today, and I'm really, really thrilled about it, honestly. All right, it's so cool. So actually, I mentioned before that this has some stretch to it, right? The fabric. Well, luckily it actually stretches enough that I don't need a zipper for it at all. So all I'm going to do is take this off and press everything. And then I guess, since that's one step that I was expecting to spend like a little bit of time on, putting in an invisible zipper, and I don't have to do it anymore, I guess I'll start on her like waistband. That's going to go right up here. Or maybe this should go a little lower. Don't know. This is like a pretty visible part of her look, and then yeah, the waistband here should be fine. Alright, so I'm finally working on the pink stuff, which is a lot of fun so far, just looking at all the pink. But basically I just cut 5 inches or so from the selvage edge, so I think I got 3 yards total, so it's 3 yards by 5 inches. And I'm sewing that all in half, and then I'm going to turn it over, and that's going to be the sash that she wraps around her waist several times that the bow's going to stick onto, instead of just like a regular little like long sash, because she has that texture in all of the drawings, so I'm going to keep that going. But yeah, I'm going to be sewing all of this for probably the next like 15 minutes and turning it, so that's what I'm up to. I wasn't expecting to get this much done today, so I'm really pleased. And I'm gonna see how long I can go before I'm ready to just crash. So hopefully I can get at least this sash and bow done. And if I can do that, then yeah, I'll be very happy with myself. So I have her bow and I have her sash here. And I'm sewing on snaps so that the bow can just snap onto here, be covered by the snap closure, will be covered by the sash, and everything will blend in seamlessly and look really good. And my doggy is on my fabric. Ziggy, that is not a bed. I'm using that. It's important. He's comfy, so he won't be moving, I guess. But yeah, after this I think I'm going to turn in for the night. I got so much done. Her skirt, her dress, her sash and bow completely done. Next I have her scarf, her brooch, her gloves and boot covers, her shawl, her like scarf part 2 I guess, and her wig to style, and her earring. So I got pretty much at least half the costume done today, half of, and most of the big things done today too, so that's really, really great. I'm really happy. Maybe I'll get more done on it tomorrow, maybe not. I'm kind of ahead of schedule. I like caught up and then got further than how I wanted to go, so really happy about how everything is turning out. And I'll show you guys, once I have this sewn all the way on, I'll show you guys how everything looks on together. So here it is. Here's how it's looking. So cool, Lynn Minmay. I really did it. I still have to steam this and maybe top stitch it. I'm not sure. I don't think I think it's just a rectangle, so I don't think the tail's going inward like this is accurate, but it looks so cute, so I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to keep that. The sash works out perfectly. You can't see the closure at all, and the bow is nice. This is the weirdest bow I've ever made in my life. I've made a lot of bows, and for some reason I decided to just do this one completely differently than usual. I don't know why, but maybe it's just pure exhaustion. Maybe. But I feel so cute. I can't wait to have her other pink accessories. But I think I'm going to call it a night. Ziggy seems pretty comfortable, so I wouldn't want to upset him. And I got so much progress done, so super happy about everything. Super happy about Miss Minmay herself. It's me and Mr. Misty Minmay, siblings.